Hello everyone, here's Pelodas and welcome to a new tutorial. In this tutorial I show you how you can make an army march across any surface and how you can make that army out of just one character. I don't show how you create a character or animation, so if you have already a character with an animation, I just show you how you can array this character and walk over every surface. Let's get started. So here is my character, he has of course a walk animation, right here, walk. So, and by the way, is this character part of my next animation that I think I finish it this month, but release it next probably because it needs sound design and other stuff, so polishing, compositing, etc. We'll see. So we have here a character that has a walk cycle, and first we want to loop this walk cycle. So I open here a new tab, going to the non-linear animation, and click here on push down, so that my action I pushed down and make it to an NLA strip. With the N sidebar and clicking on the strip, I can here, so it's with N I just open here the sidebar and I must click on the strip to see here the strip settings. In action clip I can repeat now the animation, so if I press play here, yeah, repeat not the animation, and repeating is just looping the animation, so I set it on 50. Or you can use a value what you want. So now he is constantly walking forward, and now we are first array this character. I add a plane. Yeah, so I need the plane not so big, that is enough. And give this plane a particle system. I set it from emitter to hair. The emission I set to 1. And here by the source I deselect random order and particle slash phase I set 1. So that we have one hair in the middle of the plane. And now I choose in the render settings from path to collection. So I here have a sorted collection of this character, and so I use the collection. So we see that's looking not correctly, so I check wall collection. The rotation is but different, and so that's because I activate advanced, going to rotation, activate it, and change it from velocity slash hair to none. But here's a little bit small. I want it in the original size, so that I I just adjust the scale that's fit to the character, in this case 0.250. In addition, we should deactivate all force fields. Here the slider that force fields can change their hair. So if we have a wind, the wind would blow the hair in other direction, so our character would be change his transformation of the hair, so it's the best to deactivate it. We have now a particle system with the character. Now we add another plane. I don't need it so big too. I think that should be okay. Select the plane with the particle system with Shift pressed, I select the new plane and press Ctrl P and parent this plane to the new plane and select here object. That's a parent. The plane with the particle is a parent, yeah, of the new plane. And now I give this plane for this time, or I give just an array modifier. So sorry for my English here again. If I make YouTube tutorials, I'm a little bit excited because I like to show you my knowledge and what you could do stuff with Blender. Now we are going to the object properties, to instancing, and set this to face. Now we created some kind of cloning or array of the character. He is produced of a product of the face. It's now the plane with the particle. So it's don't know how I should correctly explain it. It just works. So yeah, now we have here multiple characters, and with the array modifier we can now create the army. We can set this to 12, adding another array modifier, but it's the factor not of the x, it's a factor of the y-axis, so that we can make it little, I don't know the English word of Einheit, if you're saying in Germany Einheit, unit, that we can make a nice unit. So I think it's the right word, I hope it. Sorry for my English. So yeah, now we want, of course, the army is walking towards, and we need to make a noisy surface so that we can make the trick that they are working on this. So I think if I forgot something, but I think not so. So first we are make the linear extrapolation. That is the animation. We are set just 3 keyframes so that the character moves forward, and with the extrapolation he make this constantly based on the keyframes. So on frame 0 I I move my cursor here on tip on the foot. I know the animation has an amount of 24 frames, so I can now go to frame 12, the half, where he makes the first step. But first I make here something. On frame 0 I should make, of course, a location keyframe with I and location. So now every thing I change to the location of this plane where we are animating will be making automatically an auto keyframe, because I have auto keying on. So I go now. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry. I hope it's not so I found again not the English word, I think. But on frame 12 I move the character forward so that we have the foot again to the tip of the foot on the cursor. I move the cursor on the tip on to the another foot, going to frame 24, moving forward here on the tip, and now I select the keyframes, press T, and set it to linear, the interpolation. Now I can delete the middle frame, and now we see our character moves forward, and we have, it looks nice. So the feet stay on place when he moves forward. Now we are select the keyframes again, press Shift E and click on linear extrapolation. Now the army moves constantly forward. I make the animation, the end time a little bit longer, and we'll see the army walks linear forward. Now we make the noisy surface. I make the surface with the landscape add-on. It's already in Blender. You must just activate it in the preferences in the add-ons. So I click here on the landscape, but before I add the landscape, I hide everything with H. And now again add the landscape, make the mesh size total to 4. Noise basis I make to new Perlin, so it's a little bit flatter. It's not so many, not so mounty. Don't know the word for a strong mountain surface. So it's a little bit. It's a little bit embarrassing for me when I don't know the words. Because that's one of the reasons why I don't like speak English. So I too often don't know the words I need currently. I changed the hay, it's a little bit lower, and that should be enough. So I can unhide everything with Alt H. Can now move here the surface under the scribble army. Maybe scale it on the Z-axis, so to make it the noise. You can adjust the strength of the surface. So now I select the faces. We are have the arrays, so the instancing of the scribbles. In the modifier tab I use the shrink wrap modifier, and as a target of course the landscape. So now we have the scribbles on the landscape, but when we are clicking play, we are see some scribbles clipping, or the animation looks not fluid, so it's glitchy, buggy, and twitching looks. To fix this, we are change the wrap method to project and activate negative. Now we are see that the scribbles nice moving forward without any twitching or clipping or something other errors, perfectly on the surface. And that's it, how it works. But it's not all of the tutorial. So for the first thing, if you want to wait, you don't want to render the planes. So if we would render this, we would render the planes with. So to fix this is easy. In Eevee you just make alpha in the blend mode, shadow mode of course nothing, also none, and set alpha to 0. So to make a transparent material, and give it of course the other plane where you have the particle system. So and if you render this, so we can't see the planes, but when we try to render the animation, we will still see the original scribble that stands here and clipping through the army clipping through the original scribble, and the original scribble doesn't move. So we can hide them from the other scribble, so we just see the army but not the original scribble. That's really easy. You need a master collection. Under this master collection you make a child collection like this collection here, and this collection you select as collection for the animation. Here, battle line black. So, but it's not visible. If I activate visible, we see the army, and we must here uncheck render, or it's in the another one. Yeah, I think it's like this. You must this here uncheck render. The collection that is here selected in the particle system must activate in render. Yeah, it works with the visibility of the collection. So we hide the character, and I think you noticed we have here two characters inside each other. So the one that created by the particle, and the particle plane that is instance of the new plane. But don't worry, if you make here from not this is here are the two characters are inside. This plane are not be rendered. So the character we doesn't see that here are two characters in each other. We are only one of the two scribbles. So here is not a render error. Don't worry. So I can render the animation, but first delete the plane, the empty I don't need to. That's my own preset. It's not any not important here for anyone. No, not workspace view. Where can here view camera to view. So then I here set my camera on this place and render this. We see here are not two scribbles in each other, and we are not seeing the planes. We would properly looking through the surface. Yeah, and yes, now you can render the animation out, and that's it. I hope you liked this tutorial. You can use this information or this knowledge very well. So yeah, have a nice day, and we'll see us in another video. Cheerio!